I've been wanting to make a rug from the Dark Souls series for quite a while now, and out of Dark Souls 1, 2 and 3, the character that comes to mind the most has got to be Artorias of the Abyss, other than Solaire of course. I reached out to Jen Designs on Instagram to ask her permission to turn the Artorias artwork into a rug. She was very quick to come back with a yes, which I'm very grateful for, so in this video we're going to make it. So starting off, we're going to get the tufting cloth and just stretch it onto the frame, making sure it's as tight as possible. So I'll first start off by projecting the image onto the canvas and then tracing this on using a black pen, but unfortunately due to my excitement I did this backwards, so I actually had to flip the image and start again. Now my least favourite part is to actually wind up all of the yarn, so I'm just going to take these out of the bag and get these wound up ready into little yarn cakes so that we can actually get on with the design. So I'm going to start with the light blue, just going to feed this through my yarn feeders and into the tufting gun, and we'll get started. And just so you can see, I have actually noted down the colours just so that I don't get confused. So I've got B for blue, I've got DB for dark blue and LB for light blue, and similar for the greys as well. So that's the tufting part finished. Now I just need to glue up the back. So I did used to use a wallpaper scraper for this part, but it's much easier and quicker just to use your hand, get a rubber glove, get stuck in. It gets into the crevices a little better and it just works. So just going to cut this down off the frame. Now I'm just going to go around the edges with the scissors, cut in little tabs so that these can be folded over and glued. And once this is finished, I can then stick on the backing fabric. So I use black premium felt for the backing usually. I do have non-slip as well, but for this particular design I'm just going with the black felt. Due to the edges curling a bit, this was a little bit finicky, but just using a hot glue stick I glued down the first section, and then using the spray adhesive, getting the rest put down, rolled out to make sure it's nice and tight. Then just go around the edges with the hot glue gun, making sure that it's all glued down and there's no loose sections. Once the felt has been glued down, the rolled edges flatten out a lot more. So you can see that the rug's quite shaggy. Just need to go over the top with a shaver, flatten it down, and then we can go in and dig out all of the details. So just going to scrape out any loose pieces of yarn using the fabric scraper, and then we can get on with the shaving. You can see that I went around the edges with the shaver. You can use scissors. I used to use scissors, but I feel more comfortable using the shaver as I can get closer to the edge. So I've gone in between each of the colours on one side first. You can see that it flaps over a little bit, it's quite fuzzy, but basically now that that's done I can go over each individual line on the other side, and this is how you get the nice camera shots. So now that the detailing's done, what I do is I get some black twill tape and go around the edges on the back side of the rug to blend in the edges a little better with the fabric. So I've glued down the outer edge, leaving the flap open for now so I can stick down my own logo. Due to the shape of this rug, I've selected the top section here on the head. Now all that's left is to glue down the other side of the twill tape, and then the rug is finished. Massive thank you to Jen Designs for letting me use her amazing artwork and turn it into a rug for my wall. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Artorias is one of my favourite characters, and I'm very happy to have him on my wall in my Tufting Studio. If there's any characters from any games that you'd like to see turned into a rug, then drop a comment below. I read all of the comments. I'd like to get your ideas on what to make next. You can keep up to date by following me on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribing on YouTube. All of my socials can be found in the description, along with my Ko-fi, where I list any of my available rugs and commissions. And again, thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.